Hey guys, it's Jan, and today I'm gonna compare the two motors. One of them is the old version and one of them is the new one that came out just recently. I'm sure you could probably already guess which two they are. The torque tuned motor and the torque tuned 2 motor. And recently I've been seeing information on the internet that the torque tuned 2 is much better in terms of top speed compared to the torque tuned. And it's not necessarily like anything pertinent all the time, but like in case you ever need to go up a little bit higher, let's say your torque tune's a little too slow and you want to go up a little higher in terms of speed, you might want to switch to your torque tune 2. And we're gonna go compare them today and see how they compare to each other if we use the same car. Basically, this is my high-speed car, and then if we use the same batteries, and see how they compare to each other in terms of top speed and basically anything else that we could think of. We're gonna use a pair of the old end loops. Let's see if we could focus on it. The HR3 UTGB. Yep, a pair of those. These have been, I've been told, are the best in terms of like top speed because they hold their charge well. So we're gonna use these to test how fast these two motors are compared to each other. Okay, so right now we're gonna go charge these two on my Lacrosse BC 700. So they're right now reading full. I'm gonna switch them to 700 milliamps and see if we could push it to like a high voltage before we run the tests. So you guys, if you guys have the same charger at home, you guys could rerun the same test. So okay, now so they start fluctuating. We're gonna go check the display. Now they're both at 1.5 volts, and we're gonna wait for it to climb before we do anything else. It should climb relatively quickly. Both of them are now at 1.51. So at some point I'm actually gonna do like a review on the Lacrosse BC 700. It's in my opinion, it's a semi-smart charger. It's not like a super smart charger where it would start, it would automatically start charging at the setting that you set it to, where it would be, I have to manually set it every time, but it's a lot quicker than some of the other chargers, like compared to the PowerX. The PowerX chargers, you have to set each battery manually, where in here I could actually charge 2, maybe 4 cells at a time at the same current. And that's always the best thing. The less time I could spend like twiddling the buttons or like pressing the buttons, the better it is for me. So I'm gonna start on the torque tune motor, the old guy, and this car that we're gonna be working on today, that we're gonna be using today, is my high-speed car, and it's set at 3.5 to 1 gear ratio on floating gear counter gear. So here, let's take this off so you guys can see. So I have a floating gear in here, and this spins pretty well. I'm gonna stop it now, not to waste any time, because this is climbing pretty quickly. It should be, ideally I want to hit around like 1.55 volts before I start to run the test, because that's around where it tops out. It depends on what charger you use. It might even top out even higher. I was able to at some point push this up to 1.58 volts on both of the cells with the Lacrosse BC 1000. And at some point I'm gonna go buy that for myself, because I was only borrowing it from the shop at Brooker Tracker RC. And if you guys want to know about Brooker Tracker RC, there should be links at the bottom at the information. Please check them out and see what you guys could find. Okay, so now they're both at 1.55 volts. I am gonna go take them out, pop them in, and then we're gonna start the speed test. Hopefully the car doesn't jump out. of the speed checker. .32 kilometers per hour for my Torque Tune 2 on 3.5 to 1 gear ratio. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this out and actually recharge the same set of cells back to 1.55. So with this charger, if you pop it in and it reads like it's full, what you could do is you could press current and then keep pressing it so that it hits 700 mAh again, and then it'll start charging again. Let's take this motor out. Now it looks like it's charging. Now it's at 1.52. Let's see if I could work quickly. Hopefully I could switch it over before that gets to 1.55 volts. And we're gonna put this back in. Okay, so it looks like there's time to spare. I'm gonna talk about this motor. This I've broken in the same way as this motor, and I've found personally I've won with this motor like once, this particular motor, in a very, what do you call it, technical track where there's lots of curves, and it was one big jump. It wasn't really a jump, it was more like a drop, and I didn't win. I got third place because my car was too fast, and it was because of this motor. This actually has so much torque that it carried me through a lot of the corners. Okay, now that's 1.55. I'm gonna take these batteries out. I'm gonna keep spinning those. See if I could work quickly again. Okay guys, so there it is. The new motor is a little bit, more powerful in terms of top speed, and even the Tamiya website says that if you look at the information, the original torque tuned motor runs from anywhere from between 12,000 RPM to 13,600 RPM, whereas the new motor, it says that it runs anywhere from 12,300 to 14,700 RPM. So that basically tells you that the new motor has a little bit more torque and a little bit of a higher top end. And as far as I can tell too, this might even be faster than the new Atomic. But I'm not sure about the old Atomic. But at some point we're gonna do that comparison as well. And in the next episode, actually, right after we've compared these two, we're actually going to go compare the old Torque Tune Pro versus the new Torque Tune 2. Cartoon 2 Pro. Okay, we're gonna go compare these two. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, then subscribe. Thanks for watching.